when I was in fitness modeling, and I haven't really shared this story publicly. I was at the pinnacle of success, and we knew each other from back in the day when I was working with Shreds, and I didn't have inner peace, and it's a hard thing to almost explain to people when you're at this pinnacle of being one of the top fitness models in the world, traveling the world, making a lot of money, like $30,000, $40,000 a month, being an influencer, taking a selfie. Like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, when you soul search internally and say, what are you doing? Where are you going to be 5 years from now? Does this really wake you up in the morning and you feel good about doing what it is that you're doing? And for me, it took a lot of soul searching, because I didn't know that was like my inner peace was like not continuing that. I'm the type of guy, I'm looking, hey, 5 years, 10 years from now, what's going to happen? I can't be a fitness model forever. So but at this time, I'm only 25 years old, and I'm looking at it from like, all right, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years from now, what does that look like? I'm a high school dropout, and I'm living a lifestyle that's beyond a high school dropout's education, typical job. And so that was extremely discomforting, even though I wasn't in that situation where I needed liquidity or anything else, but I needed a peace of mind to know that these contracts could come and go. What's going to happen long term? So my inner peace for me was pivoting to entrepreneurship. That's where I found, like, I can wake up in the morning and I'm hungry. I can wake up, beat my alarm clock 99% of the time, and I'm excited to go and carry on the day. And I think you have to find that, and it doesn't have to be monetary perspective. Like, I've mentioned a graph: time, effort, energy, reward. Like, the reward could also be what wakes you up. What are you excited to go and do? Whatever it is you do on a daily basis, that's inner peace. That's like a massive reward, because life is so short. So I think for me, finding that inner peace, that calling, that's just truly, what is it that you love? Go fucking do it. Like, do exactly what wakes you up in the morning, or what you would envision. And now reverse engineer, how do I do that every single day? So I think that for me has been a massive help from a stress perspective, because I don't have that inner peace, I didn't have it as a fitness model. And I couldn't tell you, man, like, I had a chip on my shoulder to a degree. I wasn't necessarily like unhappy, but I wasn't happy, if that makes sense. I had a beautiful wife, Bree. Obviously, we're still married, and I didn't treat her the way that I should, for no reason. I wasn't bad to her, but at the same time, like, it's totally different than what it is today. Our relationship's stronger than ever.
You're not uncommon. That's very like, it's crazy how close that conversation. Obviously, we're in a society where men have to be these strong, ego-driven, success-driven men. We can't make a mistake. I actually made a post recently about, it ain't fucking perfect all the time, like, and a lot of times you get this narrative from social media where everyone's perfect. Like, the social media businessman is this ridiculous stigma of perfection, and it drives me crazy. I absolutely love what I do. I love business. I love marketing. I love entrepreneurship, but it's not all roses and daisies every single day. And that narrative, this discussion is really, really, really special, because a lot of times no one shows the kinks in their armor, and that's okay. That's actually a strength in this world. Unfortunately, some people don't find the solution, and they end up taking their life. And spreading this awareness of that people struggle with different things, even at the high level of success. Because a lot of times I have people that come to me and they're searching for what their level of success is going to be, what that means to them. And I tell them that you might get to that thing that you had prayed for, that you had dreamed for, and be empty. um, and finding those universal truths is really important. So I'm really glad that you shared this with me, and I appreciate, showing the transparency to your audience.
Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you being on the show, um, and can't wait for us to hang out again in person. So, last question for you. If you could sum up within, I don't know, what you want to be remembered for within less than 5 words, what would that be? If you're gone tomorrow, what does that look like?
I definitely would want to be remembered for the guy that kind of started, social media influencer marketing. As strange as that sounds, because I definitely was very, very early on for that. Obviously, FitT is the catalyst to that story. I wouldn't have been able to do that strategy without having that brand. But just the guy that kind of sparked, really what social media is today, for better or worse. But I definitely like that to be a part of my legacy, as far as one of my, really short 5 words of what I am. And if I had to, on the side note, really spreading awareness to health and wellness towards entrepreneurs, because I think as of late, that's been something that I've been spreading a lot, and it's kind of been a part of my messaging, just because I know it's so important.
That's true, brother. Well, pioneering the future of social media back in the day certainly isn't where it is today, but I know the best time to do anything is right now. And my saying is jump in with both feet and hope to God you swim.
Yeah, definitely go for it. When I first started the company, people thought I was crazy. I barely had any money to start the business, and I look back now, I'm so glad I didn't listen to any naysayers. So if anyone's watching this, if you have any doubts of your future, in the end of the day, if you fail, you can try again.